Alright, we're in a little campground called Peter Muller Campground. It's a lovely little campground. It's just off the Northwest Highway and about 35 kilometres past the turn off to Onslow. Onslow is the closest town. That's probably about 50 kilometres kind of in that direction over there. But it's about 120 kilometres by road. And the next place is Caratha, which is probably about another 200 or so up the road. It feels really remote. It was really, we were the only ones here when we got here. It was really quiet, well, absolutely quiet. There's another caravan arrived since, and another woman travelling from Victoria. But yeah, lovely facilities. It's fairly new. So this is the toilet and shower block. Don't know what this little room is. Oh, it's a shower. There we go. And then toilets in here. So our caravan is. That's not our van. You can see in the distance. That's ours there. And then the another one over there, somebody just turned up. Yeah, Helen's done used the shuttle chef to do a pot roast. And is it pork?
It's pork.
It's pork that's done, and now she needs to reduce the sort of sauce to make a gravy. But it smells absolutely fantastic. So we'll be having that in a short while. Something to look forward to. We've been warned about snakes tonight. We've had some recent rains here. The cyclone went through. Well, the cyclone didn't go through here, but the effects of the cyclone was to dump a fair bit of rain here. For all the, it's been a bit of a plague of frogs, and the frogs have attracted snakes. So we've been told just to keep an eye out, particularly at night time. Watch where we're putting our feet. So yeah, that's just something to bear in mind. Quick, quick. In this shot there's a petroglyph showing what is believed to be a quoll. It's a quoll because it's got spots on its back. Not been seen in this area for many years. Can you spot a quoll? So, can you see the koal? Alright, I'll show you. It is there, look. Right in the middle there. Okay, there's an emu in this shot. Can you see the emu? A few seconds to look for it. Pretty clear, this one. Where is it? It's there, look. Okay, that's an interesting one. Right in the middle, there's a Tasmanian tiger, or a thylacine. Now what's interesting about that is they're assumed to have been extinct on the mainland for about 2,000 years. So it shows how old that one probably is. If thylacines were seen up here, how long ago was that? Tasmanian tiger.
got a coffee place, a cake place, a roast place, a music place. Oh, nice and great. Favourable first impression.
One of the beach shelters at Barnhill for this fortnight's coffee and cake. So
Okay.
What do you think?
So the contenders are Hullabaloo in Dampier, the Coles Express Coffee in the service station on the Northwestern Highway.
By the Dampier turn-off. There's a few of them, but yeah.
Jamaica Blue in Karratha, and the Cafe in Port Headland. Oh, and also
South Headland,
Austin,
yeah.
and also the cafe here at Barnhill, which is where we're recording this. So the winner is Hullabaloo in Dampier, a very unassuming workplace sort of cafe where you go for your lunch. Looks nothing like anything. A lot of miners in there getting their pick-up lunches. But really good coffee, really good selection of fresh food, and it didn't look very promising, but it was actually really good. One thing we have found, so that's our winner, but one thing that we have found is that the coffee on the road is pretty average. Roadhouse coffee is not very good unless it happens to be the Coles Express machine, and then that is consistently good coffee. The Barnhill cafe here did their research and found out which coffee maker the Coles Express used and bought the same one. So the coffee here is good too. So that's worth knowing, that if you see the Coles Express coffee, it's the most consistently good coffee, and the cheapest actually at $1 or $2 that you're going to see. But for this week's episode, it's Hullabaloo.
Yeah. Okay, so I promised you a look at the car for this episode. We're just going to do the kind of outside this time. I'll talk about things that we've got inside in another episode. So this is an Isuzu MUX. It's an LSU, I think, which is the middle model of 3. On reflection, we could have gone for the LSM, which is the base model. The reason being that the LSM has 17-inch rims, whereas this one and the top of the range, the T, have got 18-inch rims. The issue with that really is about availability of tyres. So there are a lot more 17-inch tyres available than 18-inch. The problem with 18-inch tyres really is it's to do with this distance from the edge of the rim to the tyre. With a 17-inch rim you've got a bit of extra wall to your tyre, which means that when you want to let the air down for going off-road or on sand, you've got more wall to play with, so you can let the tyres down a bit more, and that wall will bulge out more. With an 18-inch rim you don't have a lot to play with, so that's the reason I probably would have gone for that. You can have the wheels changed to 17-inch wheels, but we haven't done that. So we've got a limited number of tyres. If you want a light truck tyre, for example, they're not available in 18-inch rims. You've got to go 17s. The other thing about the LS, the base model, the LS M, I think it is that they've got steel wheels instead of alloy. So ours has got alloy. Some people prefer steel, they're stronger, although they are quite a bit heavier as well. Okay, the car's filthy at the minute. It's parked under a tree and it's been here for quite a while. You'll notice we've got an awning on the car. That's for when we go camping without the caravan, which we will do a few times, so we can pull that out for a bit of shade. We've got, for towing the caravan, we've got these clear view mirrors, so basically these extend out to allow for towing the van. We don't have to use the clip-on ones, so we've got some of those on there. Alright, on the front of the car we've got the Isuzu bull bars, or roo bars as they call them in Australia, which is all fine, they look alright. On reflection, we got those as part of the deal when we bought the car. There was a special offer on some accessories. On reflection, or in retrospect, we shouldn't have had those. We should have had a third-party bars fitted, because underneath, if you're going to do any sand driving or beach driving or whatever, you really need to be able to have some recovery points fitted under there, heavy-duty points to be pulled out of places. So these bars don't allow those to be fitted, so that's a bit of a drawback there. We've got the Isuzu snorkel fitted to the car. That's not so much for river crossings and things like that. People think that's what it's for. It does help with that, but really it's also about getting clean air into the engine. So just getting that a metre sort of higher for your air intake just helps you with clean air. So that's the main reason we've got that. We've got the Rhino Rack Pioneer platform on the roof. It's a flat platform, and up there we've got a swag, and we've got a stand-up paddleboard, and we've got some Max Tracks. Got a small, this is basically a changing room or a shower room or a toilet room. That all folds out. We'll show that in operation at some point. We're really glad we got these wind deflectors fitted on the windows all around. It means we can have the windows open without sort of rain getting in or dust getting in or bugs getting in or whatever. When we parked, we can also crack the windows slightly, just to get some cool air in there without it being obvious and people not being able to get their hands underneath. So they're really, really good. Glad we had those done. They were part of the deal with the roo bars and the tow bar, as was this deflector at the front. I'm not quite sure what that does, to be honest. We've got a UHF aerial for the radio. That's inside. That's covered in leaves because we parked under trees and we've not moved it for a while. Tow bar at the back was an Isuzu fitted tow bar. We changed the ball that came with that for this DO35 hitch. That's just a better hitch for towing caravans. You also see on the back there we've got various fittings. This is the 12 pin for the van. This is the reversing camera. I fitted that one. We've got a grey Anderson, which is the charging the battery. We've got the red Anderson, which is for ESC, electronic stability control, and then we've got two things there for the airbags, which are in the rear suspension. Talking about suspension, we had you can see the red shocks there. We had the suspension change. That's a Pedder's suspension GVM upgrade. maybe in another episode I'll talk about weights, GVMs, ATMs, GCR, all these sorts of things that you need to know about if you're going to have a caravan. That tow bar hitch goes along with this one on the caravan. So this, you'll see, this is a flexible hitch. It will go. Basically it's an off-road hitch. It allows for going over humps and bumps. So for the outside of the car, I'd say that's probably just about it. So in a future episode we will talk about weights, so the GVM upgrade, why we had that, and I'll show you some of the things we've got inside. We've added quite a lot on the inside.